Heisa, do you mend your clothes when they have a few holes? Maybe you'll darn your socks. I do. I actually really like darning my socks. It's just very sort of, I don't know, meditative. A kind of slow, mindful stitching maybe. Plus it makes my socks or whatever it is last longer, which is good. So I have this dress which I wear quite a lot, which is why it has got a little hole. Don't know if you can see it. And it's starting to run both up and down. So I thought I better do something about it before the hole gets even bigger. Because this is the time when you want to darn or mend your clothes before the holes get too big. So because this is a stretchy fabric, like a jersey, like a t-shirt, I don't want to put it in a embroidery hoop, and I suppose I could use a darning mushroom, but even that will sort of stretch the fabric, and I don't really want to do that because that can create weird sort of stretchiness in the fabric that may become permanent. So that's not what I'm going to do. Instead, I have cut this bit of fabric. This is not stretchy fabric, this is just regular, I think maybe quilting cotton, in a similar color to the dress, which I'm gonna put on the back here. But instead of maybe pinning it in place, I'm going to use this stuff. It's a water-soluble stabilizer, and it sticks to the fabric. So you can get it in rolls like this, or you can get it in sheets. I bought a roll ages ago, years ago, and it's just lasted me forever. I usually use it for embroidery patterns, but it will work for this as well. So I've got this bit cut out, and I want it, this is a little bit too big. So I'm just gonna put my little circle on it and cut it to size. I want it slightly bigger so that it will help to hold this circle on the fabric. Right, so let's see. So there's the hole. I'll put this on the back. Actually, I wish I had a pin right now, but let's use one of these needles. It's only for a moment anyway, so that would just hold it on for a second. I forgot that the way the dress is constructed with these sort of pleats here on the back. I need to make sure that the circle sits across that, because otherwise it might look a bit weird and lumpy. Alright, so let's just redo that. Fold this over and make sure that the fabric circle is in the right place. Alright, that should do it. So now I just peel the backing off, and this is self-adhesive, although it feels like this is not very sticky. I think maybe I should get another piece. Alright, so I've cut another piece. Maybe I just cut it slightly round. Not that it really matters, because this is not staying on the fabric. Once I'm done, this just dissolves in water. Alright, so let's see if this is more sticky. It's not actually. Maybe this is better after all. I don't know. Let's try it and see what happens. Maybe because I've had this for so long that the stickiness has gone out of it. Alright, so take out my needle and just press it down. It looks like it's sticking okay. Alright. So now I need to think about how I want to stitch this. I'm actually not sure. Maybe I'll do a sort of woven. Really, I would like to make the darn, if not invisible, then not really stand out, because this is right pretty much in the middle on the front of the dress. So what am I going to do? Actually, I think what I'm going to do is use lazy daisy stitch or detached chain stitch as a darning stitch, and I'm going to, don't know if you can see that, stitch it so that I come out inside the hole. So that each time when I bring down the needle to the back, that will help to reinforce the hole. It's a little bit awkward stitching because you're stitching through all these layers. So not only is the dress itself, then there's my little cotton patch, and there's the sticky Solvy stuff, but there's also that fold on the fabric. I like mending things because it may seem like a boring job, but because every single hole that you need to stop from unraveling is different, that means that every mending or darning situation is different, so you have to be creative. You have to problem solve. and you have to figure out which stitch or which type of mending is the best one for each situation. I think this will be okay. I might do some green down here so that it sort of blends in. Right, so now I'm at the green section. So I think I'll just take my pink and just set it aside. Actually, pull it a bit further away so that I don't accidentally catch it, because I want to carry on working with this. On the threads I'm using, I've tied a knot just to help it be a bit more secure, because obviously this is something I wear and it gets washed. So I want to make sure that it doesn't unravel. For some reason, as I'm doing this, it makes me think of one time my grandmother had, I guess she'd been cleaning or something, and she had accidentally spilled some bleach on her skirt, I think it was, which obviously then changed colour in that spot. But instead of throwing away her skirt or whatever, she took some cotton buds and dabbed some more spots of bleach on her skirt so that it looked like it was just part of the pattern. That was quite funny. Right, I think that's enough green. So on the back I'll secure it, and I secure it by weaving the thread through the backs of the stitches multiple times, and at the end, don't know if you can see, I have a loop, so I'm going to pass the needle through it and pull it tight, and that's a nice knot, and that should keep it nice and secure. And then I can carry on. I think I just need to do 2 or 3 more stitches with the pink one. So this is not following the shape of the flower print on the dress, but I think it has a similar vibe to it, and the colors are similar. I'm not going for completely invisible mending here. I actually quite like visible mending. And if someone is wondering what's going on with my dress, I don't really care. Right, so I think that's it. That should stop the hole from getting bigger. I'm going to secure the thread in the same way. Obviously you don't want to have a giant knot on the back here, because that might be a bit scratchy as you're wearing it. Alright, I think that looks okay. Maybe I'll see if there are more holes in this dress that need darning. Right, so let's have a look on the back here. So obviously this is bigger than what I have stitched, so I'm going to cut it off the sticky Solvy and part of the patch that I put on the back. But I am going to leave a little bit of the patch. All I can see now that I hadn't quite put it in the right place, but it'll be fine. The reason why I'm cutting off the sticky Solvy is that it's just quicker to get rid of it. So when I only have this little bit here to dissolve. So I'm not going to do that now, but you will have to imagine that this white stuff will be gone. And then my dress will be ready to wear. So do you do any darning, mending, visible or invisible? Do you enjoy it when you do it? I know some people really dislike it. Like I said at the beginning, I actually quite like darning my socks and other things like this dress. It's a nice thing to sit and do in front of the TV if you haven't got any other stitching projects on the go. Maybe give it a go if you haven't done it before. Happy stitching!